Chemung County, an investigation is underway after human remains were found near a river. On Saturday, state police responded to a wooded area along the Chemung River after receiving a report that human remains were found. Responding troopers discovered that partial skeletal human remains at the scene, which were originally seen by two nearby kayakers. State police say the investigation in the town of Chemung is ongoing, and 12 News hopes to have more information as soon as it is available.